During the pandemic, did you ever feel like you were dying for a new hobby? Well, for me, how I decided I would take my time was by teaching my dog Luna new tricks. However, I only had one problem. I had a very hard time having her actually listen to me. After searching the internet for different ways to teach my dog new tricks, I had watched many videos and developed a perfect strategy to help my dog learn new commandments. Today, I will demonstrate how to teach your dogs to give you their paw more effectively through preparation, teaching the basics, and consistent practice and working with patience. Step 1. Preparation. First, let's talk about preparing for your training sessions. You'll need to gather a few supplies. Some tasty treats that your dog loves will help your dog and of course, patience. It is important that the treats are small and quick for your dog to eat and enjoy. Also, even though I don't use it, clickers are said to be helpful when teaching your dogs new commandments. However, back onto the training, it is also important that you have a set schedule when you're training your dog because it builds consistency and they get used to it. Also, it is important to find a quiet room that no one will be able to interrupt your training session because it will help the dog focus better. When I was training my dog back during quarantine, I would do it in my room so no one would be able to bother us. Now that you have everything ready, it's time to start teaching your dog the basics of giving you their paw. Step 2. Teach the basics. Begin by introducing the movement to your dog. Gently lift their paw and hold it for a moment and then reward them with a treat. This helps them as it associates the paw-raising action with a positive reward. While you're doing this, clearly say the words, "Give me your paw." It is crucial to repeat this process several times. However, remember to keep your sessions short. One thing that I noticed when I was training my dog is that she would lose focus very easily and lose interest in the session. So it is important that you keep it short because it will be engaging and the dog will remember the tricks better. As your dog starts to understand the connection between the action and the reward, begin to say the command more frequently while assisting them to build the muscle memory. Now that your dog has started to understand the basics, it is time to encourage them to perform the command more independently. Step 3. Consistent practice. Again, now that your dog has shown understanding of the basic concepts of the trick, start to let them try raising their paw on their own while you continue to give them a treat for their efforts. Remember to keep using the phrase, "Give me your paw," each time you see them lift their paw even a little bit because it will still help them build that connection in their mind. Over time, you should begin to reward them less frequently to help them build a stronger connection between the command and the action. This helps your dog realize that the command alone is a cue to perform the trick, not the treat, and it will build less of a reliance on these treats. Hopefully, after this step, your dog has successfully learned how to give you their paw. However, since I know that it takes a little longer for some dogs, it is important not to stress out about it and stay patient with your dog. And this is where step 4 comes in. Step 4, work with patience. Trust me when I say training takes time, and not every dog is going to train at the same pace. If your dog isn't picking up the trick as fast as another dog would, or even if another trick that they already picked up quickly, it is important to be patient and still give them breaks. Try again maybe the next day because rest is important. Maybe they're just not feeling it that day. If you feel like there is no progress being made, don't stress out. Go over the basic steps again and try and build a connection between the movement and the command. Patience and consistency are key for your dog being able to master the trick. Now, in conclusion, teaching your dog to give your paw can be a rewarding experience if you prepare correctly. Teach them the basics, practice consistently, work with patience. Even though we might not have the same free time as we did during quarantine, for example, training your dog is still a great way to spend your time that you may have free or when you're bored. And it is also good to form a connection with your dog. Enjoy the process, and you'll both benefit from the new skill and strong connection. Thank you for listening, and have a happy training.